What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I'm doing love messages for all the signs, and I'm on the sign of Cancer. So there will be 3 cards for how someone thinks of you, 3 cards for how someone feels about you, and 3 cards of advice for our Krabby Patties. Keep seeing the King of Cups. So someone really does love you. Someone has some pretty deep feelings for you. I think that you have an air sign, possibly, or another water sign. Oh, good Lord. In your life that wants to work on things with you. Maybe they're working on themselves. I feel like there's heartbreak here for one or both of these people. Someone might be wanting to kind of someone isn't really telling you how they feel. They're fucking pretty ice cold, I think, and the other person feels like you don't love them anymore, or something happened where you're just kind of at this stalemate. I do see a new beginning here with like a lot of passion, but I just don't think that either one of you are paying attention to it. So the bottom is the 8 of Swords, the Magician, Queen of Cups, so definitely dealing with a soulmate, and ooh, Queen of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords, and the Hierophant, with the High Priestess, and the Ace of Swords. Well, there's some kind of a conversation that is going to bring about this travel. Maybe there's somebody that is going to come in really fast, because I think that they're thinking about what they want to say, and they're kind of like working on themselves. They're trying to like communicate, but I feel like someone's just really like there's all these emotions for you, but it's like they don't talk about them very much. Someone has a lot of empathy for you. Someone thinks of you as this really good parent. Somebody thinks like they could learn something from you, that you could teach them maybe a better way to be, a better way to think, a better way to move, whatever the case may be. I feel like someone wants to learn something from you, but they're got a lot of pride. How someone feels that you pulled back your emotions completely, that you're moving on from them emotionally for whatever reason, but your feelings have changed, and they think that maybe you have another person. There's someone who's just like hopeful and waiting that you guys can work things out in the future, but for right now there's a major fucking stalemate. Like someone is like wanting to come in for you. I think there's a fire sign for some of you guys who kind of wants to invest in you, but there's just like things aren't really coming together right now, and that might be because you might have more than one person, or they think you do, or there's just a level of fucking something that is stuck right now. Some of you, your mind is playing tricks on you. 8 of Swords with the Magician. This is something where you're like manifesting these thoughts into your life. And then you have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Honestly, I feel like if you think this person has another person, you're kind of like, it's not true. It's an illusion. I think that this person sees you as someone who is very caring and nurturing, like literally their soulmate or other half, could be a husband, whatever the case may be, but you're also very loyal, and you're also a really good mother. You also are dependable. You're very influential in their life. So this is why you pulled back your emotions. Maybe don't do that. Or maybe it's just you've been through a lot of shit with this person, so you don't know if you can trust what you think about them or what they think, or something along that lines, because I feel like you feel like someone's lying to you, but it's like, you know the truth. Are you going to be telling them the truth? It's like some of you guys did feel like you needed to move on from this marriage, or just the way of doing things maybe, but I think that it's more about you've learned something about the situation where just because of your intuition, you're kind of like sitting back and holding still. And I feel like the clarity is going to come to you about the situation, especially with a new beginning with a fire sign that you're not really sure about. It's like, I don't feel any bad energy from them. It's just like you're kind of psyching yourself out about this because you want this, and it's like they're sending you messages and like they want to put the time into this, but it's like they're waiting for you to make up your mind if you want them in your life or not. And I don't know if you do, because you have the King of Wands with the Moon and the Ten of Wands. You're stressing. If you're dealing with the Aries, you're stressing this person out really bad, and it's like they feel like heartbroken almost, or this is you kind of, you've been through this heartbreak and you're kind of like not really taking any action, even though this is literally your twin flame. You have these feelings for them, but it's like, you know, there's something that needs to go, whether it's old energy, because someone's going to come back in, but it's just really slow moving, but there's a new beginning here, but you're pushing them away. You're pushing them away, and they don't know why. They feel like you just left for no reason, and now they're like, they might be at a distance from you, but it's like you're making the right decision, you're on the right path, but you're not sure of your feelings. And maybe it's time to let go of this shit that you have in your head, that it's like, this could be stable, you know what I mean? And it's like, you have some of you have a couple options when it comes to a job, or maybe it's just like there's an idea of what you want, and it's like this communication that's coming in from your soulmate. It's like they want to work with you, they think they could probably help you, but you don't know. You're like watching them and like waiting for something bad to happen. I feel like you're psyching yourself out on this because you're not telling them how you feel, even though they're like trying to be here for you. Some of them want to help you out financially, but it's like you're moving forward for some reason, and it's like there's a new relationship here, but you're the one being defensive because you feel like it's a setup. You feel like this is just going to fall apart, but you got to find your confidence, because this person's going to give you the same thing that you give them. You don't have to do everything on your own, and you could be emotionally stable with another person, but you got to make that choice, you know. And some of you guys are taking a break from a Libra. Some of you guys are taking a break from a Leo. Some of you guys just need to get out of your house and have some fucking fun, and then maybe make your decision. But it's like somebody's holding on to you as well. But it's like, are you holding on to these old feelings where someone left you and didn't love you? So you're confused about your feelings even though you have them. It's like you can't really communicate that well with this person. But in moving forward, this could be really well, but you're fighting with your goddamn self about this because you don't really trust anybody who says they love you because of someone else. This person's like, not, I think this is like a past thing for you. This is more than one energy here, where I think if you were to able to balance your emotions out, good things would come in. And it's like you're kind of deceiving yourself a little bit because you don't have confidence in it, because you're holding on to some things. And I feel like once you heal, you could be really happy, you know. There was someone that you were married to that might have been kind of fucked up and maybe wants to come back and invest things in, but I feel like they're still saying to move on from this energy because it's keeping you like mentally conflicted. And there are people that like genuinely want to work on this with you, genuinely care about you, but you got them on like stall mode 5000. You're afraid to tell people how you feel about them because you assume that people know, but you really do need to get to know someone. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Like someone just wants to get to know you. I feel like I've told you this more than once. You don't even give a shit. You're like, no. Because you made a bad choice in the past. But you got to get out of this negativity and this sadness and this depression. Because it's just fucking chaotic. I think you're leaving this abusive situation. But don't give up, you know. there's someone that you might be married to that you're in a separation from, that they're telling you, you know, you need to kind of make a decision about what you want to do with this and have this conversation with them, because it's like, you deserve to be loved. You deserve to be loved correctly. And then if it's supposed to happen, you know, it's going to happen. Divine timing is at work in your love life. The main thing is like loving yourself first and expressing your love to another person who might be really fucking codependent on you, or someone's going to, oh shit. Someone is going to come back. So make sure that you get to the point where you love yourself first. And then when this person comes back, like there's someone really codependent on you that wants to come back for another chance. And I feel like you're kind of like, you feel like that you can't take it seriously. So you're kind of like moving away from that. Maybe you're there talking to your friends, or you do talk to your friends about it, but it's like you have these feelings for someone, but you really have to be optimistic about your love life, and don't listen to someone else's advice about your life, because it's like, you know who you love, you know who you don't love. And some of you guys, there's true love here, and someone, you know, you could be engaged to in the future, but you got to free yourself from this mental conflict and keep an open mind, because some of you, this could be the one, but you got to heal some old shit in your life, especially your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Because yes, this is your soulmate. Yes, this is past life. And it's okay for you to fucking love them, because there's new love here. But it's like, you've been with someone who's really controlling, you know, but you need to release that energy and don't even work on that right now. Learn how to trust someone new, get to know them, you know, let the old energy go, because it's like this wedding, whatever separation, just let that shit go for now, because you do have a new something that's good trying to come in for you, but it's like you got to make up your mind on what you want, and I don't think you know. Because you're really angry and you're sick of fighting with someone, but you're not walking away from them. And it's like someone just feels like they want to give up because they're, you know, you put a lot of time into something and it didn't work out. But that doesn't mean the next person's going to be that way, because I feel like there is somebody who wants to put this, invest their time into you, you know, and they are reliable, they are patient, someone who has a really good job, you know, and I feel like they want to come into your life and be this solid person for you, but you still have some heartbreak and depression and stuff and loss that you got to deal with, and maybe just be honest about that, because it's like you're empty with your emotions right now, because you've been let down, because you're still dealing with depression, because you're still arguing with somebody else, you know. But it's like true partnership is the balance of two people together with patience and compassion. So, you know, have the confidence to take control and let good things come in, because they're trying to, you know. There's good things here, you know. You don't have to do things the way you were taught or how you did things before. It's like you were so afraid to change, you're holding back from people, and they feel like you don't give a fuck about them, but you do, you know. So yes, there was negative energy. Yes, you had toxic people in the past, but there could be new things coming in for you that aren't going to fuck you over. But you got to get out of your head and think of only your desires, never your fears. The main thing is your thoughts and what you're manifesting. That's the biggest thing that's going to help move your life forward. So you can have harmony, you know, with more than one thing in your life. Anyways, that's all I have for you. Good night.